squad wannabes.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sport.
Whoa, I know you see me grinding. I'm riding no rollie cause my time is timeless. Why you tricking off racks on that? I'm tucking money in the safe for my kid and I'm good in the hood. Like we ain't never ever go hard for this.
We are in Sacramento, California, home for the Kings in an interconference basketball game here. We've got some terrific action in store for you today. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Celtics swing into this game as part of their continuing road trip. A superb ball club playing a great brand of basketball. #1 record right now in the NBA.
You know what? They're almost perfect in their approach right now. I mean, mentally, physically, strategically, everything seems to have fallen into place. They're bound to hit a bump at some point in the road, but right now, everything is all systems go.
You know, and here's the key. Don't focus on the streak. Focus on continuing to improve every day. That's the best way to keep this thing going.
Some teams in reality, Doris, are out of the playoff picture right now. They've entered the evaluation phase of their season. Talk about what is involved there in that process.
Well, we've seen this before, Kevin, and there are nights where we're cover games where we know, okay, this is an organization that is assessing things top to bottom. So which players, particularly the young players, need minutes so that they can accelerate their development? Which veterans are going to be a long-term part of the equation, because then you want the young guys and those veterans to have their collective experience start to grow. So there's a lot going on here from an evaluation standpoint when you're out of the playoff picture.
Great reveal of the front office and the way they think and want to process things. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Celtics. Serving it point with Brown to his side there at the backcourt. Tatum out there with Williams. And Horford in at the center, filling up the middle. Here's Irving. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. And here's Tatum for three. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Tatum's got first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Now we'll go to DA, who had a chance to talk with head coach Dave Yeager. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, it's no secret that speed is this team's strong suit, and their coach think they're going to play to that strength. He said there's no reason to hold back. We want to push the action as much as possible, dictate pace, and play the game on our terms. We'll see if they can pull that off tonight. Going back to you.
Thank you, David. And it's Brown missing.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Bogdan Bogdanovic, Greg, a highly decorated player internationally. Multiple silver medals with the Serbian national team, a EuroLeague champion back in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, he's a talented player, very skilled, and at 6'6" can play either guard spot. Great shooter. I think he's one to watch.
Both good from the line that time. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. To the inside, Williams, and the slam by Williams.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
Now, here's Fox. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Atlanta.
His passing definitely came into play as well, Kev. He was very unselfish, really kept the ball moving.
Healed against Brown. Shot clock at 6. That's good from Fox on the assist by Heal. Fox has got his first bucket of the night.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. Has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Out of hand on it, and they get it back. The three, and again, Boston the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Kings have gone 2 of 3 here to start our game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Bagley with the ball, working on Williams. And the officials call a travel violation. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Kyrie Irving.
And you can see how valuable he is to the team with the amount of offense that he generates. Rarely is there a bucket where he didn't have a hand in creating it.
Now, here is Irving. 14 points from him the last game against Portland. On the wing, Brown. Bogdanovich against Tatum. Brown kick to Tatum. Back to Brown. The kick out to Irving. From downtown. That one doesn't drop. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. This meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnover really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's coming off a 13-point game against Atlanta. Fox kicks to Heel. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break, and finished off by Brown.
Well, how about Jaylen Brown in transition, a phenomenal finisher in the open floor.
The Kings trail by 6. Fox with it. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Here's Beck. Rebound by Williams. Look at the last game for Sacramento. It was a win against Atlanta. And contact shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of the names. I won't say this is a definitive list, but as long as health holds, I'm going to give you 3 men who are going to be bad men in the NBA for a long time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, because the Greek freak is able at his size to handle it, take it off the window, and dominate action in transition. If he gets a consistent jump shot, forget about it. Ben Simmons, exactly the same thing. His passing ability is extraordinary. I think you see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot, and he will be unguardable. And one of my absolute favorites is Mr. Joel Embiid. Give it to you inside, give it to you outside. Mr. Embiid can handle it. He can dominate with his defense. Those 3 men are going to be all-stars for a long, long time.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Tatum, and Tice gets it to go.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Halt the run. They recover it, and they're able to recover. A nice shot by Ziller. Here's Smart. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. On the wing, Morris. Pass to McCaw.
Well, and guys, that's what he wanted to avoid, a second foul before the end of the opening period.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And the first one drops. Who is checked in for Sacramento? So he gets them both. We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. Fox and Smart. Zeller passes to Fox. Now here's Zeller. He's guarded close. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You take a look at the Warriors. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves to the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And of course, Sacramento right now quite a ways down below.
And I think for Sacramento, they've never been able to take that next step this season and really break away from the pack.
Yeah, I think if that next step was coming, it would have happened by now. They can't be worried about could-haves and should-haves. They need to be focused 100% on the push for the playoffs.
McCaw, the pass to Baines. From 17 out, Randolph can't hit. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
I tell you what, how efficient they were scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever easy playing on the road, obviously. But that night, they were really in rhythm, shot the ball with such ease and confidence.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Fox. A good finish of Rack off the slick feed. Fox has got his second bucket of the night.
What touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
And there's the pass to Randall. Makes it off the glass.
He might not elevate like some of the other guys on the court, but as we've learned, Randolph knows how to get the ball in the basket.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break. Al Horford provided some insight on why he decided to sign with the Boston Celtics.
What put me over the edge to make this switch is just the depth that I saw with this team. It's an up-and-coming young team that we have a chance to be good for many, many years. And
playing for a historic franchise like the Boston Celtics, Gray got, of course, the great fan support, great history, something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth, they have a chance to be good for a long time.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Celtics doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Well, you love the determination. It seems like every rebound is theirs for the taking. They are overwhelming the opposition.
Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. Cody Zeller out there with Costa Koufas. And it's Randolph in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here's Smart. Buries the long-range jumper. Smart's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless. They are just killing on the interior. Zach Randolph, a paragon of consistency over his career. In his prime, a nightly 20 and 10 guy, and still producing.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality hits last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul. And the Memphis Grizzlies retiring Randolph's number 50 going into last season.
And helped forge an identity for that team and really made them relevant. I mean, he's played on a handful of teams, but I think Memphis was that match made in heaven.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Tristan Thompson comes in for Cody Zeller, and it's Bagley in for Zach Randolph.
And once Bagley gets a burst of speed, watch out. He is determined to drop the hammer.
Boy, that's a decisive move to the cup. He gives defense no chance to react.
The Kings trail by 7. Hield kicks a Koufas. Back to Hield. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance to line for one more.
Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Sacramento. And then for Boston. Williams, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Tatum's in for Morris. And it's Brown in for Marcus Smart. Free throw drops for Heel. You know, Doris, for a long time, few people realized how efficient the three-point shot can be, the extra point making such a difference. Why do you think it took a while for that process to hold?
Well, I think obviously we have advanced metrics, and the reason we have advanced metrics is there are more ways to monitor the things that happen between the lines, right? There are cameras everywhere. We can track people's data via computer programs. But I think one of the interesting things to me, Kevin, is that Steph Curry really has changed the logistics of what defines a quality shot. Here's a guy who steps across half court, and when he does, he's in range. So the influence of Steph Curry cannot be understated.
Great example. Sacramento moving it around. Fox passes to Thompson. And a missed layup. Celtics leading by 4. Here's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
I'll tell you have to respect the passing skills of Al Horford. He can pick apart a defense.
Kings have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Heel finds Thompson. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Heel. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
How exciting is Jaylen Brown as a basketball player? This guy is a skilled forward who loves showing off that ability to dunk the basketball.
No good on the second free throw. The Kings trail by 6. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Irving against Fox. Now Begley turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. Outside, Bogdanovic sinks the three-pointer. Bogdanovic has got 5.
An unselfish guy who enjoys setting his guys up. Bagley has impressive vision for a big fella.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell that was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play, but the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come, he's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
And Irving throws it down.
There's no doubt Kyrie Irving has proven to be more active as a defender now. He has a good feel for when to go after steals.
The Kings trail by 9. To the paint. It's stolen by Brown. And now the fast break with the ball and finished off by Williams.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Timeout called the Kings. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And guys, they just got so many good looks in that one, and the defense never able to affect their offensive rhythm.
Well, I think the defense from the other team was simply porous. There's no other way to put it. So many openings, they made them pay for it.
Fox kicks to Thompson. Down low, Cauley-Stein. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Cauley-Stein, his second basket of the game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defense with their work down low.
Inside, out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. And now you look at the top rookie rebounders in the season's second half. Second is Marvin Bagley.
He continues to improve. I mean, since the break, he's taken it to another level, looking less and less like a rookie every day.
The Kings trail by 9. He dishes it to Thompson. Pass to Bagley. Teardrop shot. Rebounded by the Celtics. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Brown, good.
This is ridiculous. Can you remember the last time they missed?
I really can't. They're on fire. Seems like they cannot miss.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Bagley. Great D that time from Tatum. Celtics leading by 11. Brown dishes to Horford. And he converts the layup.
Boy, Al Horford just overpowering what is really weak defense. Love when he gets room to work.
Fox kicks to Bagley. Just 3 on the clock. And the layup is good. Bagley's got 5 points now this quarter. Got a piece of it. And so it's Boston holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Well, we try to go inside. That's our strength anyways. And for us, our bread is buttered inside, so we try to play high-low. And then if the threes come out of that, great, but we want to try to get everything to the rim.
Coach, it all starts with that entry pass to the big, and then everybody plays off of him. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Out in front at the half is Boston. They lead by 11. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
In simple truth, they just got hot. They know what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Sacramento?
Well, look, they turn the ball over way too much. You can't do that in the NBA. Teams are just too talented. You can't give them that many possessions. Don't give away the entire game just by giving up an extra few possessions here and there. These guys need to come with more precision in second half.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Welcome back to Sacramento. A great look from above with the dome of the state capitol building visible there in the distance. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this team to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
In that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
I don't think there's any question that that's an added bonus for this team, Greg. I'll be interested to see, can he keep it up in the second half?
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Irving at point with Brown to his side. There at the backcourt. Horford is out there, Williams, and it's Tatum in at the 3. Bogdanovich passes to Cauley Stein. Bagley with a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bagley's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Kings. Well, Greg, and Willie Cauley-Stein, a live wire 7-footer.
I mean, he got great foot speed for his size. I just like to see him really become more aggressive offensively and try to improve that skill set. But his mobility is so desirable in today's game.
Here's Brown. Yes, and it's Irving picking the assist. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Cauley-Stein against Horford. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum.
And checking out some stats for Hield. How's the last month of basketball been for him?
averaging 15 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
And how about that stick-to-itiveness from Fox there? Just a great attitude. He really excels at driving inside and kind of just bouncing off defenders.
Irving, the 3. That shot off, and the Kings going the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. The wide-open look here, Fox. Here's Bogdanovich. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Bogdanovich had it back down to within single digits for Sacramento. Brown the pass to Tatum. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Passes it to Bagley. Irving against Fox. 6 on the clock. That's tipped and stolen by Irving. Williams attacking, and it's Williams fishing it off.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now the feed to Bagley. Now timeout called by Sacramento. Some changes for Sacramento. Zeller comes in, Cauley-Stein. And it's Zach Randolph in for Bogdanovich. And then for Boston, Aaron Baines, he's checked in. Marcus Morris comes in for Williams. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Jaylen Brown.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open dates.
Now here's Bagley, guarded by Tatum. Count that one. And that's 10 points from Marvin Bagley.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Irving kicks to Smart. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
So a moment now to see the story on Kyrie Irving. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable. First in steals and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And as you said, #1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. To the middle and stolen by Zeller. Fox against Irving. Poked away. And Zeller kicks to Bagley. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. A 3 off the inbound. And Boston with the rebound. Third quarter and just under 3.5 minutes gone. Irving for 3. Zeller grabs the board. The Kings trail by 12. King moving the ball around. Kept alive. The shot's good from Randolph. Randolph's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, he doesn't quit on that play. Just stays with it and gets some easy points on the putback. That's nice.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Kufis checked in for Bagley. Here's Zeller. And a miss there off the inbound. Boston leading by 12. Tatum with it. Guarded now by Randolph. And contact on the shot, so he'll be free throws here. It's going to be on Zach Randolph.
How about the confidence from this young gun? Jason Tatum's length is tough to deal with inside, guys.
He hits the second from the line. For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Fox kicks to Randolph. To the middle. Here's Kufis, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator, and that's one reason why his team is playing well.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size, 6'4". He can impact the game at both ends.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Tatum. Here's Smart, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And De'Aaron Fox made his mark at Kentucky. Was terrific on-ball defense. He puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
That one misses.
You know what I love, Kevin, is Marcus Smart just continues to improve. We know he's a powerful athletic guard, but he wants to keep building different aspects of his game. Boy, that's a quality shot. You're in the painted area. Don't get much more of a better look than that.
Irving finds Baines. Here's Morris, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Sacramento Kings.
You see, you can't be too physical with Mark Morris. This guy is so strong, and he's so good at drawing the foul.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second.
Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA, understands his role as a stretch 4.
Fox kicks to Randolph. Back to Fox. Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Celtics.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Sacramento with the ball. 11-point game.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
Poked away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Hield.
Well, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Thompson, he's checked in for Sacramento. Bogdanovich comes in for De'Aaron Fox.
Tristan Thompson.
Here's Thompson, out of hand on it. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. .41 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Randolph. And Thompson kicks to Bogdanovich. 5 on the clock. Over Smart.
Well, Marcus Smart matching his man every step of the way. This is just another example of remarkable defense from a guy who's known for it.
Tice passes to Smart. Nails the open jump shot. Smart's got 10. Here's Hield. He has... Outside Randolph. Floats one up. Here's Koufos. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Koufos is 6 here in this quarter. And Irving launches it from deep. And that would have, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Boston in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's go to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Celtics leading by 9. Hield is out there at Bogdanovich. Then there's Kufis. Then there's Tristan Thompson. And it's Randolph in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for the Kings. Williams dishes to Brown. And stolen by Kufis. And now Sacramento on the break. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. The rebound by the Celtics. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Brown. Back to Horford. And he gets it to go. Horford's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Celtics. Kings shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Here's Bogdanovich. Sinks that one from the post.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make a floater.
Inside, Horford. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And the Celtics lead by 11.
To me, that play is about focus from Al Horford. Just extraordinary body control on the finish. Nice.
Begins Hield. To the paint. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting fouls. Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing. His words in the Bahamas, and his first hoop of crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
No good on the free throw. Sacramento making some changes. Stein, he's checked in for Kufis. Bagley comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it knocks in for Zach Randolph. Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. To the middle, and stolen by Stein. Here's Hield. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Getting for air and giving limited effort on the defensive end. Right now it's all about the offense. Boy, the shooting has been off the charts.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, the former number 3 pick in the 2017 draft, Jason Tatum, has been nothing short of amazing as a young man in this league. What a star on the rise.
And lost his hutch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he sees hot.
Here's Williams. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists now in this one.
Not easy trying to compete with the toughness of Williams, especially when he's near the rim.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Bogdanovich over Tatum.
Boy, as good as he is on the offensive end, Jason Tatum showing he can be a factor defensively.
Here's Horford. And he banks in layup. And now a 9-point Celtic lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Big hand on it. The Kings have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Smart, and that one is good. And the Celtics lead by 11.
Well, we think of Marcus Smart as a defender, but how about his willingness to look for his offense and stay aggressive?
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
And I think, Greg, he just has to get them on the same page. With this kind of lax defensive effort, something has got to change.
Okay, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Dave Yeager went over with his team. He was not happy with their defensive performance. He said they're getting everything they want. To show them we can't let that happen. You have to make a stand. You have to get them stops, and that'll get us going on a run. Guys?
And one of the youngest rookies when he came into the NBA, Bagley reclassified in high school so he could get to college a year early.
Celtics leading by 9. Smart with the ball. Picked up by Bagley. And the rejection by Stein. Against Brown. Pass to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Fox against Smart. And the rejection by Stein. Williams finds Horford. There's Brown with the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 5 assists in the game. The Kings trail by 10. Down low. Here's Bagley. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
I tell you what, when Bagley plays with energy, it is difficult trying to stop him. Awesome at just staying on the attack.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guy was dragging a little bit, call a timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight.
I love that Kyrie Irving doesn't settle for something on the perimeter. He goes right to the cup.
To the inside, taken away by Williams. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. And Brown throws it down hard.
Yeah, getting there is before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the fourth. Here's Fox, and again it's Sacramento converting.
And how about the mid-range shooting of Fox? Definitely capable of sinking those shots with consistency.
Healed outside. Sacramento gets it back. Stein's shot is good.
And that's a great play in the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
It counts. 10 points for Horford.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Here's Bagley, and it's sent back by Horford.
How about the timing by Al Horford? Twice on the pipes, sends it back.
And it's Towns. They say it was last touched by Williams. .112 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Bagley. And that one back iron.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
And that one falls for Tatum. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 3-point range here in the fourth.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Boston.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball move was key for the win.
And one thing about this team, they never stop pushing the envelope. Fantastic year already with 65 wins, and tonight making it 66. Very impressive.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, I love the priority he placed on his passing tonight. It inspired great play movement, great ball movement. It seemed to me they knew they were going to get an easy bucket on every possession.
And Boston, they're on a 14-6 run. He had a nice open look right there. And the Celtics lead by 17.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.